Hi Jad, welcome to India today. I remember speaking you last time right after your eviction from Bigg Boss OTT 2, and I remember by the end of a conversation, you promised me that we would have a conversation again. So thank you for taking your time out and joining us on India today.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Good to see you again, and good to be on your channel again. And yes, I remember our interview. Avinash was with us because I had so many people coming in, like
Yes,
it was crazy, like a full day of press. So, but yeah, I remember your face.
that's great. That's great. But I, of course, Big Boss, you had a different mindset when you were in the house. It's been so many days since you are out of the house. Is the Big Boss OTT fever still on, or life is kind of you're getting back to the normalcy, the routine?
No, actually, because we're following each other on social media, so there's no way I can escape that. So,
Of
but
course.
in fact, I'm happy to see everybody in their real life because I never knew them. I never knew any of them before. I never seen any of them before, and we met in the house. So I don't know what their background is, what they do in their life, how their life is, how they behave, how they communicate with people, if let's say they're actors or actresses or YouTubers or social media people. So I don't know how their actual life is and how they are in real life. So and I was behaving normal. Like I completely forgot what I do, where I come from, what my profession is, what my daily routine is. I forgot completely all that. I put it all outside the house, and I was transparently and completely myself. So now, I mean, we're following each other. I'm not following everybody, and not everybody's following me,
Yeah,
but we have some of the people that I was close to
correct.
on Instagram. So somehow I see what they do and how they interact with people and what their actual life
Mm.
looks like. So it's kind of interesting, to be honest. So the BB house vibe is still on me. Yes, it's still there, but
It's still on.
um,
Yeah,
it's positive. It's a positive feeling.
yeah,
It's not
correct.
something negative that I know. In fact,
Mm.
I said to myself the other day, if I could live this experience again, I would definitely want it to be longer, not just for 2 months. In fact, it was 7 weeks for me,
Yeah.
but I definitely would want it to be longer because now, since I got out and I was able to see everyone and who they are and where they come from
Mm.
and how they transformed their character and their behavior from their real life to play the game, because they are two different people. Because I
Yes.
see, like, I don't want to mention names. I see now some people
Mm.
who they are and how they are in real life, and I remember I'm like trying to put the picture of both of them, the house picture and the real life picture, two different people.
It's like the real and the real one.
Yes, yes, two different people. So if I could live that experience again, I would definitely want it to be longer, because now, since I understand the game and since I understand the whole thing, I can definitely play differently, completely different.
Yeah. So that
So
makes me ask you, are you up for Big Boss 17 if offered?
now I cannot tell you that. I cannot reveal any of this, but
Yeah.
there are some talks. Maybe,
Mm.
maybe I could join. I don't know.
You don't know? That's a top
I don't
secret.
know. I don't know. That's like
That's a top
in English.
secret.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Nevertheless, since you have come out of the house and a lot of people have been following you on social media, the one thing is that I personally observed is how you are owning up to the things, certain things that happened in your past. Recent case being, you penned this beautiful note for your former partner where you said, certain things that, I may not have been a good husband, but I will definitely be a great dad to our daughter. I want to know, how has that realization come in? The self realization that comes with every human being.
Look, there was never a day
Hmm.
that I didn't feel regret or I didn't blame myself, or I didn't feel sad somewhere inside me, in my heart, for this whole thing that happened. Okay. So somewhere inside of me is still attached to that moment. And of course, we know that life goes on,
Yeah.
and things change and people change, but some things just can never change. Like the sad feeling you have inside you that's coming from a place where it was full of love and full of everything that's beautiful. So that can never change. Um, when I was in Bigg Boss house, I had enough time to sit by myself and think and recap everything in my head, and see what I went wrong and what I was supposed to do different. Instead of doing this, I was supposed to do that. So I'm not saying that we are going back together, me and my ex-wife,
Yeah.
but this bond that was created in the beginning, before we even speak about marriage, before we even speak about any commitment, that bond was beautiful. So if you go back to that bond, if you go back to that moment, you would fix everything. You would want peace for the rest of your life with that person. And it would be the last person you want to create drama with or hate between of you, between the two of you. So I know it takes a lot of guts and a lot of courage and a lot of realization for someone to speak up and to admit and to be able to speak their heart and mind publicly. But I've been sharing big part of my life since a long time,
Yeah.
on TV, on social media. I have nothing to hide, and I have nothing to be scared of or pretend or fake. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
And I feel more at ease, and I enjoy my freedom when I say how I feel and I speak my mind. So this gives me a feeling of freedom when I speak my mind and I speak my heart and I speak my feelings. So I decided to share this with the world and tell my ex-wife, tell the daughter, the mother of my daughter, that I am sorry, but I'm not asking you to come back to me. I'm not asking you to forgive me even. You have all the right to do whatever you want, to feel whatever you want. All I want is just some peace with you. And I just want to thank you. Because of you, I got to this realization that I'm nothing without this amazing bond that I had with you and my daughter. And I'm nothing and I'm nobody without my daughter. So now we're good. We're amazingly good. I mean, there's no conversation about us going back because it's still too early. But it's
Yeah.
not about going back. It's about making things better.
Yeah. Of
Not
course.
for us, not for me, not for her, not for any other reason, but for
Not
our
for the
daughter.
little one. Yeah.
But for our daughter. So I want my daughter, I want Cattleya to grow up seeing her parents peaceful, care about each other, there for each other. No matter what happened in the world, we are there for each other. Because this is how we started. If we decided to go separate ways, it doesn't mean that we have to hate each other. It doesn't mean that we have to make one another look terrible in the eyes of our kids. This is wrong. So that's why I did this approach. And I know inside her heart, there's a little spot for me that is still there. No matter what happens in this world, I know for some reason I'm still her little baby, and she's still my little baby. So there's no point of like getting married again or remarried or this and that. This is stupid and bullshit, honestly. What matters the most is the purity inside of you, the honesty, that you come out clean with good intentions. So I gave an advice to a lot of people. I hope it gives it did them right, and they understood and they listened and they heard and they read. that when you have a responsibility, you have a responsibility for life, for as long as you're breathing, and your responsibility is your children, nothing else.
Totally.
Even if you have to sit on the corner, ask for help, not for you, for them. So I'm ready to go through anything in life just to see my daughter happy. I'm ready to go through the hardest things in life just to make sure my daughter is safe and healthy and being taken care of. And with a smile on her face, this is what matters to me the most, to be honest. Because we had an incident here I'm on vacation at the moment in Turkey.
Yeah.
And not a small, it was major.
Mhm.
I'm not going to talk about it, but we almost lost our kid. We almost lost her. But thank God, she's safe, she's good, she's healthy, she's great, actually. And that didn't stop us from enjoying our vacation. We're just being more careful, that's all.
Yeah, of course. I saw
So
the video of yours on social media.
I had to remove it just for personal privacy
Correct.
things, especially for Cattleya, because
Mm.
and I will speak about this on my platform in a while after we finish the interview. I have to highlight something regarding this matter because I had to remove the video. I had to delete it.
Mm. But I'm glad, things are at a better place with you and your ex-wife, and the fact that you both are, working towards a better future for your daughter. And that's the most beautiful things parents can do for their children.
Well, we bring them to this life.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
our priority. It's our number one priority to take care of them, to be there for them, to never make them feel any difference. So, and this is the least we can do. I mean, if it's not us, who else would do it?
But yeah,
That's
if
the
not
question.
parents, who will take care?
Nobody.
Because the one thing I could make is that nothing is better than communicating. Like you said, it takes courage, it takes guts to open up about your private life in public as a public figure. And when you do that, there are certain judgments that people pass. Like in Bigg Boss house, you opened up about the child that you had. Did you, Jad, at any point in time feel that you will be judged by the people, because there are millions of people watching that show on a platform that is so huge?
Um, excuse me, but that that person or those people who are judging me, are they even better? Maybe they might not know if they're better or worse. But if we sit down and let the judgments of anonymous people affect us, I mean, we are miserable.
Yeah.
So I would never let any judgment of anybody, no matter whoever they are, how close or far, affect them. Nothing at all. So I appreciate and I respect the critics, and I never call it judgment. I call it critics. Because whoever's judging, I'm not sure they have a full picture of what they're judging on. They're just judging a conversation or a situation or something they saw. That's it. So they don't know anything behind it. So their judgment is like that wind that passes through your hair. So I really don't care about judgments, and I don't give, honestly, any reason for people to judge me. I just be myself. I do whatever I do, and it comes out from the heart. So when you do that, I mean, you wouldn't care. That's it. The last thing you would care about is people judging you. Because if you do, I mean, that will frustrate you. That will put you down. That will make you miserable.
That would make you question your own personality, your
Yes.
own
So
self.
that's why. Whatever you do, trust me, even if you're not confident about what you're doing and what's coming out of you, somewhere inside of you know better than anybody else. And that someone should never care, should never look, should never be interested or even affected by what people say. Because people are going to say whatever they want to say. It's up to you to let it in or block it off. So personally, I do what I do because I know whatever I do, whatever I put out to the world to see, and whatever I share with the world, I am convinced. I am sharing whatever I am sharing. I am convinced. I told myself, I spoke to myself, Jad, do you want to do this? Yes. So I do it with full confidence, with a heart and full of courage. I wouldn't question myself. I ask myself a question once. Am I sure? Yes, I am. Go ahead. That's it. So once you do that, you would never care about people judging you, pointing a finger on you, criticizing you, minimizing you. You wouldn't care. Who are they? Do they even know me? Are they even in my shoes? Did they even go through what I've been through? So that's fine. They're just like mosquitoes, honestly. With all due respect. Yeah.
Completely get it.
Whoever judges you should look at themselves first. Should look at themselves first. Are they even better? Are they saints? Are they angels? So let them judge. Let them judge. It's okay. I
They will be
always
like,
receive all these things with a big smile on my face.
yeah, but like, sorry to cut you, but there will be like, thousands or millions of people judging you. But as long as you are true to yourself, nothing should matter. Isn't
At
that true?
all.
That's all you need.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. We live in a world that everybody's judgmental. Anyway, 90% of people are judgmental. But it's just because it keeps them alive, it keeps them active, talking.
Yeah.
Talking is free. Judging is free. Let them judge, it's okay.
And
I can just imagine if judging
Mm.
was came with a price,
Mm.
my God, you would see this world much more quieter than it is. Way too quiet.
Way too quiet. But on a lighter note, Jad, you have two lives, one in India, one in Lebanon. Tell me how different are these two lives that you have? When you come to India, you have new friends that you have made because of the experience you had on Bigg Boss OTT too. And you have a life back in Dubai, back in Lebanon. How is that different? Tell me about it.
Like I said a while ago on my platform on Instagram, on one of the stories, I said now I have three homes. I
Yeah.
have three countries. Whenever I go to, I like, oh, sweet home, sweet home. So in India, I really feel home because I'm loved, I'm welcomed by so many, and with open arms. And the treatment there is just so beautiful. I literally feel home. It was one of the most beautiful experiences of my life, and that happened to me in India, and in like in a few months, just like 2 months and a half,
Yeah.
I became one of the people. Although I don't speak the language, but I'm welcomed. And when you are welcomed, you're home. You are home. So that made me feel something special. That made me special. So that's in India. When I'm in Dubai, also Dubai is my home. Been my home for so many years. It's the place where I feel safe, and I also feel like I belong there. I've spent most of my life almost, especially growing like above the age of 25 when I moved up until now. So it's been really home to me, and there where I live. And Lebanon is my country.
It's
So
it's your safe heaven, if you
so
could say that.
basically, in these three countries, I swear I feel like I'm home. Wherever I am, I'm home. So
Like you can switch places anytime and you are at
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
safe
It's like, and
place. You are in the safe
now we're
hands.
looking for a house. We're looking for a house in India.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully by end of September, I should be there. We have a couple of projects, and to finalize a few things regarding the apartment and the car and the logistics regarding my stay there. And yeah, hopefully, I'm very positive regarding that.
Let's manifest that the things that you
Oh
have
yeah,
planned
that's
for
what
your
I do.
future, the things that you have planned for future should be executed very soon.
I manifested India, by the way.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. And it did happen. See, manifestations, I
Yeah.
mean, dreams do
Yes.
come.
Yes. बहुत अच्छा.
बहुत अच्छा. Like Abdu says, बहुत अच्छा है.
Like with the head. Listen. You have to everything you have to confirm with the head. बहुत परे.
Or I know I had a fun watching up to on Bigg Boss 16, and of course you on Bigg Boss OTT too. But tell me what's next? A concluding question. What's next for you? Are there any plans to venture into Hindi cinema, maybe some TV shows that have come your way? If you could speak about that.
We have a couple of contracts already. We're going through the logistics of the main things we have to reconfirm, and some are cinema, some reality, and some just Netflix and TV series. So that's going to be shot between India and London. Another one is going to be shot between India and Spain, and the reality show that's going to be also in India, and the movie, hopefully. And there's maybe a song that's coming up. So
Oh,
yeah,
may I ask who's
me
the
and
person?
Appa, we were in a meeting with a label name. So they offered us something really nice. So we're going through it right now. Just give it some time.
Let's give it some time.
Soon. We will have this
Soon.
conversation again soon.
Again, like you mentioned, you keep up with your promises that I know for sure.
Always.
Always, always. But thank you so much, Jad, for always being honest, being your true self. In this world where, people put on filters and when they, come on camera and talk, I find you a rare person, who's always honest, who has no filters on social media, be it in press or anywhere. Thank you so much for being you.